Hey y'all, it's me again. I'm just coming on. Today, I don't really know how to frame this, but it is something that I'm seeing in my current day to day, and I do want to talk about it and hope that somebody gets this message because it's been quite alarming, and I think it's something that maybe I can share some insight on. As somebody who walked away from the path and lost everything the second time around. I've been seeing a lot of people online, especially people with huge followings, people that are trying to walk the narrow path right now, and they are coming up very emotional online and very distraught and very beside them. Like I say beside ourselves because what it means to be like that is like you are coming onto this journey and maybe perhaps it's your first time dealing with all of this, and it's very overwhelming, like extremely overwhelming. You have to blindly follow something, and no matter what falls away, you have to keep treading forward. And I don't know, I mean, from what I'm seeing online, I notice a lot of people, especially at this time, because the path is getting harder and more treacherous at times and points. And I mean, we're all on the same path, but different ways up the mountain. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, we can't push the mountain out of the way. So, some of us have been thinking that this is put upon us as a curse. Some of us are, put it out there like as if like they're giving up too much. Some of us are talking about how they don't see the bigger picture, and it's very deterring. So why I'm making this video is because I don't know if people watch my videos when I was younger, but this is not my first rodeo. My first rodeo came for me when I was about 18, 19 years old, and it carried through my ascension process carried through till I was about 23, 24. And within that time, I was being asked to give up a lot of different things. And as a result, I chickened out. And I decided to hold on to these things and remain unelevating and just stay stagnant. And I can honestly say that it was the biggest, or at least it was and felt the biggest mistake. Even though I got to keep all of the things that I was so worried about losing, people thinking you're crazy, people think there's so many things that plague you through your ego that tell you that this may not be the right thing for you, or you just don't have it, or it's just easier to give up. And I'm here to tell you that by giving up, you are going to loathe every day, because you didn't reach for greatness. As someone who lived that path for over 10 years, it was, yeah, sure. I could get through my melancholy life. I still had my fake friends. I still had my fake family. I still had my fake existence. And that's the point. I lived my days always fake because my yearning inside was always plaguing me. The guilt I felt inside was always plaguing me. So for those of us that are feeling challenged right now, I just want you to know, maybe at this point right now, you're just like, where is this leading? Where is it going? And as someone who walked away from this path a long time ago, I am telling you, do not give up. Because you don't want to know the depths of darkness you will end up in should you turn back down the mountain or give up going up the mountain. And I'm not going to sit here like as if this isn't something that is easy. It is not easy. It is never going to be easy until it's easy. And I just want you to know that I'm going through all kinds of stuff too. I've had to, with this second time around, and I would say I had a little bit of a leg up because I've gone through it already and I know what the other way creates and how desperate you feel and how unalive you feel if you should walk away. Your life will never be the same. You will regret every minute that you chose not to go up the mountain. So because I have that awareness, I may be a little easier of a cheerleader this time because I'm like, well, I know that even though this is going to be really hard and whatever, the ending is going to be great. So I know, and I have that instilled in me because of my past experience. Whereas some of you are coming on and never have had that experience and are questioning and wondering and crying on, like when I see some people I adore crying online and they're crying out to their own fans and patrons because of how challenging this is, it breaks my heart. It's like some part of me wishes I could just open up and just do a video or a movie and transplant that movie in their head and say, this is what it could look like, or this is what it'll feel like. Please don't give up. And this brings me to my next point. Some of us just don't have the overall or the bird-like understanding of what it means to go through this. Timing is so slow for us here. I get it. Every day is like trudging through the minutia of life at this point. Like it's a fantastic life. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying at this very point in time, like where we stand, like this is it, boys and girls. Like there isn't another time. So I really, really, really want to impart this on you. Do not give up. Whatever you think is at the end of that rainbow is true. I guarantee you, it is true. Everything that you've ever imagined at the end of this rainbow, at the end of all of this, is true. Please don't give up. Don't let the other side take you down. It doesn't matter if it's through illusion, if it's through loneliness, if it's through just sheer attacks, if it's just through... The thing is that should you give up, like this is all they want to do. They want you to feel depleted. They want you to feel like you're going to be alone forever. They may want you to feel like there's nothing coming for you. And that's a fallacy and it's a lie. And it doesn't matter if the blessings aren't coming right now. It doesn't matter if you're not, maybe your little, your communication level isn't as high of a peak as it used to be because of all of the, little fears that are trickling in at this time. Please don't give up. And I'm seeing it online. I'm seeing people get dissuaded. I'm seeing people getting, fearful. And I really just don't, because the thing is like, I know what that other feeling is like, and I'm trying to express it is way scarier than what you're going through right now. So please understand, don't give up. Okay, so either way, I just really wanted to talk about that because for some of us, we may not understand what the end game is. For some of us, there's a side of us that's like, oh, I'm a good person. I don't deserve this. I deserve better things. And that's totally true. But you also don't understand why sometimes you're implanted where you are to be doing this exact thing. Whatever it is you're doing, whatever you're faced with, whatever you're against is your opponent because it was your opponent that you chose. Because you knew deep down inside as you made that soul contract that you could defeat it, whatever it was. So please understand that sometimes you're not just the lamb, you're also the BaBaYaGa. And I use that word because it's the best way I can describe it. Sometimes we're in planted places because we're supposed to shed light on a situation, on a people, on a group, on anything you want to call it. Sometimes we're implanted because, and I'm using the word BaBaYaGa because it's a good word. BaBaYaGa, I don't know if you guys saw John Wick, is the boogeyman. John Wick is the boogeyman. No one sees the boogeyman coming. No one thinks the boogeyman can do anything, or at least, Keanu in that situation. No one thought Keanu, but they all knew about his elusive upbringing. They all knew about his ability and agility and all that stuff, but he had been hiding. He had been hermiting. He had been off somewhere. And he had his angel and he had everything he needed and he was content, staying quiet and humble. But yet the Lord asked and he got attacked and he decided to turn around and showcase his true strength. And in that strength, he took down empires. So sometimes we don't understand why we are where we are, why we're losing what we're losing. It won't make sense. It won't, from where we're standing, from where we're sitting. But I want you to know that some of us are BaBaYagas, just sitting there, changing and rippling things and making huge, huge reverberations in this energy field. So please understand that if you give up, you're not only, like, think about the earth like a light bright, and there's little plugins of light brights all around the world. If you take your light out, a quadrant falls. Okay? A quadrant falls. And then what happens is that the enemy gets that quadrant. So you have to understand that the bigger scheme of everything is even bigger than what I'm just describing. So please know that you are not an uninstrumental part of the whole. You are. So no matter what, just think of it maybe in a sense like this is a battle that needs to be won, and you are a soldier of one. Let's say you're the only one in your area doing this right now. And you are carrying the weight of those around you in your neighborhoods, your cities, etc. So it's not just that you're giving up on yourself. You're giving up on a lot of other people that need your light. They need it. So I hope this message comes through, because I just really wanted to share that with everyone. I've been seeing a lot of distraughtness and a lot, energy coming down in all our warriors out there and our light workers. And I'm always watching videos or doing things. Like, I'm always engaged with what's going on. I try my best anyways. And I've been seeing that a lot. And I know that I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I hope somebody hears this message. One light worker hears this message that might be giving up, and I've done my job. So that's all I wanted to share. Thank you. Bye-bye. Love you all.